Hello everyone, this reading is going to be for Tiwa Savage. So let's see what her practical energies are at this moment. How is she moving practically? Well, it has to do with love. You know, she definitely has a strategy with how she's moving as far as love goes. With this 3, I'm getting that this love situation or her previous love situation didn't go down the exact way that she wanted. I mean, you know, she did have a whole sex tape and all of that. So this is indicating to me that that's still within her energies. So it's still like a concern for her. Let's see how she's moving in general. I figured I'd switch it up and have a African sort of theme situation today. So I'm going to do her and Bobrisky. So that's going to be interesting to tap into his energies and see what's going on. So she's trying to form things her particular way. I don't know if she's into sort of like spell work, magic work or anything. Usually this is an indication of that. But she's definitely trying to form her life in a particular way. Especially after that whole sex tape situation that she was in. So let's see. Did she intentionally release that sex tape? So what was shown to me, because I was interesting, the card went back in, but that card, I don't know if you guys seen it, the card that went back in that tried to come out, that was her vibe. She's definitely aware, or she was aware of the sex tape. It wasn't anything new. Her intentions was to leak it. But last moment, she pulled back, and this male figure did it, whoever this emperor is. You know, so that's definitely interesting. Let's see, how does she feel since that sex tape situation came out? Also, my apologies if I have like a stuffy nose. I recently had a dish with 2 habaneros, and so like, yeah, it's definitely burning things up. But emotionally, this has to do with her emotions because it was face down. She sees it as a opportunity that she can grow from. In her mind, she thinks that it's kind of cool. Like, she thinks that she's going to have the same benefits that Kim Kardashian had and many other celebrities that sort of like had celebrity sex tapes that's been leaked. But let's see, what's the reality of this situation? Because she feels like it's good. The 7 of Daggers, she's going to be dealing with a lot of conflict. It's not going to be a good situation. In her mind, she thinks it's going to be good for her pockets, for her finances, that it's going to be something that she can grow. But if you look at this guy here, he's in a struggle. He's trying to survive. This situation didn't put her in a good light. You see the Tower card at the bottom of the deck that I pulled it from. This is a Tower card situation. You know, this is a Tower vibe. You know, this isn't going to be good. This is definitely a Tower situation. So in her mind, she feels like, okay, like I did a sex tape. Like, okay, I'm cool, I'm in. Which is funny because I know we all think and feel differently. But for me, it's kind of passe to make a sex tape. It's kind of just like so many people do it, and the fact that it leaks and all that, like, it just seems like dead and done. It's just like, it's kind of embarrassing, not for the simple fact that you're exposed in that way, but just because it's kind of like a formula a lot of people try to do to enhance their celebrity or to become more famous. But it's showing that it's not going to have any sort of good benefits for her. So let's see. How does Brandy feel about this situation? I know they had a music collaboration, so let's see. How does Brandy feel about this situation? Brandy's all in for it. And the funny thing is I guess it would make sense because her brother was in that famous sex tape with Kim. So she doesn't have anything against it. You know, she thinks it's going to bring opportunity for Tiwa. And I'm actually getting that she supports it. She's actually telling her, like, you know, it's going to be good for you. Don't worry about it. Like, it's not going to have any sort of, like, negative harm. Like, you've seen what happened to my brother, right? And what happened to Kim. You know, this is going to make you famous and infamous, but it's all going to be good. It's going to be good for your finances. It's going to be good for your situation, you know. But the thing is that that's just not the case. So let's see. How does Tiwa feel about her collaboration with Brandy? How does she feel about the project? Do she feel like the project was good or what? She's not happy about the project at all. She feels like this project is kind of like a dead end, or this project was a dead end, that nothing came from it. She expected more, but she didn't get what she expected or what she wanted. You see, because with this Six of Daggers, it's always about forward movement, you know, travel to a destination for prosperity. But then on the downside of this, when it's teamed up with cards like this, it's showing that the struggle was for nothing. Like, she did all this, I guess, music with Brandy, like the whole collaboration, like they got together. For whatever reason, it was a struggle, even getting together. But then the outcome was this. So, fascinating. How does Brandy feel about the collaboration? So, Brandy feels like Tiwa herself and their team didn't push this situation. You know, she feels like they didn't really fight for this project. It was like, yeah, okay, we did this collaboration, but you weren't advertising it, you weren't going hard for it. And so she feels left out in the cold because of that. You know, she feels like, okay, I attached my name to this. You know, I try to like make music with you. But as you can see, she feels alone. She's like, okay, I did it, and it was supposed to like benefit all of us, but you didn't fight for it. So it's like, Brandy feels like this isn't a good situation for her name. Again, when it's teamed up with it, when this Three of Discs is teamed up with the Seven of Daggers in this form, it's a negative vibe, because the Three of Discs is all about working together, collaborations, you know, because they definitely did a collaboration. It's building together. But the vibe is that, yeah, she did a collaboration, but again, she feels alone. You know, it's kind of just like Brandy feels like she did all the heavy lifting. So, there's issues with that for sure. Will they do another collaboration together again? Let's see about that. That's actually interesting. With the High Priestess, it's showing me they're definitely going to do another collaboration. I don't know if it's going to be in the form of music. You know, I don't know, you know, if they might be in some sort of like documentary or interview together, like where it's supposed to be like important to them. I don't know, but this is definitely showing that they're going to be coming back together for a union to do a project. with this Three of Vessels is showing me. This is all about forgiveness, actually. This is one of the definitions for, this is technically the Three of Cups, but they call it the Three of Vessels. So it's like, yeah, the situation didn't go right. They both don't like how the project went. And they are in their feelings about it, but it's not so horrible to where they're not going to come together again, or where like they hate each other, you know? It's kind of just like with this Three of Vessels is showing me is, it's kind of just like they're both like, you know, we're family, you know, like, you know, we could get through this. So they definitely feel like a family. So even though things didn't go down the way that they want or wish it would have, you know, they're definitely feeling like family. So that's good, and they're definitely gonna have another collaboration. So it's funny, I know I should have Googled what part of Africa Tiwa's from, because I don't know if she's Nigerian, I don't know if she's Kenyan, my bad. You know, I'm definitely interested in a lot of Nigerian topics, believe it or not. Like, I love looking at Nigerian like YouTube channels that show cooking, or like all sorts of different Nigerian markets, African markets. I love like watching that stuff. But yeah, I don't know where she's from in Africa, but I'm gonna ask, how is this sex tape situation gonna affect Tiwa? As far as her tribe, her people, whatever part she's from in Africa, how are the people looking at her? How is it gonna affect her? What is their vibe with this situation? How do they feel? So they see it as she did it intentionally. With the Seven of Discs, you know, about cultivating. It's just like, hey, look, you know, you knew what you were doing. You know, this is all for money. It's funny because I'm actually picking up the energies that's coming with this. And my apologies, my nose is getting stuffy again. But it all has to do with sort of just like you knew what you were doing. That's actually the vibe I'm getting. Like, it's like very blunt, straight to the point. It's no like in between or anything. It's kind of just like, look, you did this for money. So they right away just feel like she did all this for money. What this Ace of Discs is showing me, and I know it sounds funny because I would have thought, I'll just read it and then I'll give my opinions later. But this is actually showing some people definitely want to work with her. They don't see it as bad. They see it as she's trying to put in effort, a lot of effort. You know, they see her as a go-getter. So it's kind of just like, okay, you have goals, you know, you have things that you want, and you're willing to do whatever it takes to get it. So a lot of people appreciate that. They actually want to give her more opportunities. You see with this Six of Vessels here, I'm getting mixed feelings with this. Because on one hand, especially like that's three people here, and three, it has multiple meanings to it, especially when I pick up the energies. But this is kind of like, on one hand, other people feel like she's a snake. They feel like she's disgusting. They feel like, and I don't mean to offend anyone, this is just what I'm picking up as the energies flow to me. But people feel like she's satanic, you know, which would make sense because a lot of these people are, you know, religious in these African countries and stuff. A lot of them are into Christianity and different stuff like that. And, you know, a lot of them are Muslim and other stuff that I wouldn't even know. But a lot of them feel like she's a sellout. So a lot of people, there's people that don't like it. While on the other hand, there's people that are trying to be entrepreneurs, trying to make things happen. So for them, they actually appreciate that sort of like ruthless energy. It's kind of like, okay, you're going to do whatever it takes to become famous, to make money. Like, you know, you're part of our family. Like, I appreciate that. And it's kind of funny. I'm picking up like that Brandy vibe too. It's like that type of energy. It's like, okay, you're going to do whatever it takes to make money and to do shit. Like, you know, I could appreciate that. Like, you know what I mean? It means that, like, you want things to come to you. You're not just trying to operate on sort of like a good side of the spectrum, that you're open to making things happen for yourself. So a lot of people want to work with her because of that reason. What the road energy is showing me, though, the road has a lot of views and perspectives. Everyone isn't in sort of like one line of thinking in the road. That's why there's a lot of arguments, fights, wars. It's that same vibe that's being shown with this road energy. So yes, she's finding her sort of like tribe of people that appreciate her going all out, even though it's funny because she didn't want to release the sex tape. At first she did it because she wanted to, like she made the sex tape like intentionally trying to release it, but then later she had second thoughts and was like, okay, I'm not going to release it, like don't release this. But then the guy ended up doing it anyway, so then it was kind of like she wasn't sad about it. It was kind of just like, okay, I'm going to use this for my benefit, you know, this is going to help me grow, you know, I'm going to like do what my original plan was, which was to release it and go with it and try to make something happen. And the funny thing is, I'm not going to even lie, I actually Googled the sex tape, and honestly, for the life of me, I couldn't even find it. Like, I Googled it, and I only seen, like, a picture of somebody's back, and someone, like, I don't know, standing on a boat, and that was all I seen. Like, I didn't, like, I literally looked, too. I looked, like, through different websites. I didn't see the video, like, maybe I'm not that driven to look for it because I really don't care, but I really looked for it. And I did it when I first found out, you know, she was in a sex tape, which was like maybe like 2 weeks ago or a week ago. And then I did it literally like 10 minutes before I did this reading, and I seen the same pictures of like someone's back, and that's it. I didn't even find the video. But anyway, back to the point. She's gonna encounter challenges. She's gonna encounter beneficial energy and negative energy. So that's what's being shown with the world. You know, she's gonna find people that don't want to work with her because it's just like, you're nasty, you're a sellout. And then on other spectrum, she's gonna find people that's just like, you know, look, you're a survivor, you're trying to make things happen, you know, you're a businesswoman, you know, you gotta drive, you know, we like you. So yeah, that's just the energy. It's just very funny. Let's see, how does the guy feel? I was going to end the reading, but let's see, how does the guy feel who leaked it? These are a lot of cards on some real talk. A lot of cards. I'm going to take the front card, the first card here, and I'm going to take the last card here. So, this guy, the puppet master of this all, he definitely feels like he's cultivating something. It's like how a farmer plants seeds in hope of something coming out of it. You know, he's definitely benefiting from this. So it's funny because I don't know his relationship or who he is. I don't know anything about this guy. But the guy definitely released it against her will, actually, technically. But he's having some financial benefits from it. So I don't see how, because it's funny, because it's like, this isn't an actual sex tape, I don't think, where it's being sold, where people are making money. So let's actually look into these energies. Let's actually look into both and see what's going on with that. He wants something in return from Tiwa, which is funny. It's actually very funny. It's kind of just like, look, we did a collaboration. This is going to make you popular. You know, this is giving you opportunity. So what are you going to do for me? Because I'm responsible for this situation. You know, you don't want to do it, but I end up doing it anyway. So the fact that you're going to be benefiting from it, you know, what's going to come my way? As you can see, he's waiting. He's just looking. You know, he feels like, look, he gave her the world, the opportunities that she have, like after, I guess, the release of it. So he's like, look, you have opportunity now, more opportunities than you had, than like when it wasn't released. So what do you have for me? And let's see, because this is his expectations, and he is definitely getting money. So let's see, what is that about? Is she paying him? What? This is all about manipulation. This is the Knight of Daggers. It's supposed to be, I guess, like the Knight of Swords. Same stuff, different wording or word. But this is this guy's, he's big on manipulation. This Knight of Daggers, this is someone that's definitely manipulative. So he's using this to social climb. He's promising gifts, he's promising favors, he's telling people like, hey, look, you know, I'm doing business with Tiwa, you know, I'm the dude that leaked it, I'm the one that's hooking up with her, like, you know, I'm in that celebrity world, you know, if you want some connections, like, I can get you connected. And it's funny, I'm actually even picking up the energy that he's saying things like, I even know Brandy, I even know like all these other different celebrity people. That's actually the reason why she had that sort of like relation with Brandy, is because I'm the one who set it up. Like, this guy, he's just lying. He's just doing a lot of lies. And so what's happening is, this is how he's getting his money, because it didn't make sense, but now it makes sense. A lot of people that are desperate, that want to come up in this situation, are giving him money. So it's kind of like favors. It's kind of like, okay, like, let's just say hypothetically, like, damn, can you get me like a meeting with Tiwa, or, you know, whoever this celebrity is that you know, and I'll give you like $1,000 for it. And this guy, he takes it. He's like, oh, sure. So he does this to a lot of people. He's just taking people money. Like, trying to promise things that he can't sort of give to people. So this is very funny. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. Actually, this was a very interesting, very interesting reading to me, because I didn't know anything of the situation, but as I pulled the energies up, this is very fascinating. If you made it this far and if you enjoyed it, definitely press the thumbs up button. It's definitely much appreciated. And if you're not subscribed, definitely subscribe. You know, I'm gonna have different content, different situations. And for the people that do press the thumbs up and that do subscribe, thank you very much. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you for your support. And thank you for making it this far with my nose being all stuffy. Like, now it's getting stuffy again. I think it's because I had all those peppers. But okay.